Welcome to another episode of Caps and Cards 716. I'm your host, Buddy JAT, and I am joined today by
TJ North Shore Fitted here. We're going to do a recap of the World Series. The Braves did win in 6. Our prediction was right. Just to start off real quick.
we did nail it.
Yeah, I'm going to flip my hat to the thing I wore during the first World Series game, the timeline joint.
And I will flip to mine. Yeah, but mine's Milwaukee. We did it for Hank.
I get them Milwaukee Braves. Gray bottom. With the 57 patch that lost to your Yankees.
57? I don't know why they don't put that out then. I haven't seen one of those.
What, 57?
Yeah.
They should. I don't know why.
Most of the logos that I have, they have a lot of it's all like Yankee hats, like the Uncle Sam hat, and just like other.
I did feel disappointed in the merch this year with New Era after the Braves won.
Yeah.
The only thing when I wanted to go after was the beanie, and that sold out too. So hopefully I can find one somewhere.
Yeah, I think we had different goals because you were looking at the beanies and I was waiting for Tops Now to load in and hopefully get like a base card or something. Just overall, I was also disappointed though because they only had two options. The first option is the non-autograph, like you only get one autograph card, and it was 4 players, and I was like, yeah, well, I hit way better on eBay because I scored this Ian Anderson, and that's a pretty sweet fucking card. And
yeah, I've got a couple Ians I bought after his start in the World Series. I got this Chrome Bowman first. Cool card. It's red on the bottom. I don't know if that makes a difference.
No, I don't think that's just the premier back to that card.
Then the 86 set, I think it's called 86.
Yeah, that's a BC.
Yeah, the BC, the Chrome. Love this one.
Then let's see, where do I have it? Here it is. And then we got a Jorge Soler, which I left the fucking autograph downstairs. I pulled that.
Yeah, you pulled this one too with the patch. The black border.
And then I finally won something that I was meaning to buy for a minute now was Bob Uecker's Milwaukee Brewers 1963. I believe it's Topps. Yeah, it is Topps. Bob has some experience at third base. Like, I love the cartoon on this card.
Yeah, the older cards are always cool. I liked it when they had the little cartoons in the back too. When it was a kid.
My next grail is gonna be like a more perfect version of this, but for 63, this is not bad at all.
Would you ever send that in to get graded?
This one's probably like a 6, but maybe. I am gonna try and get dude, I pulled only Braves this year.
Hey, it worked out for some people. Pache, he has a ring now too.
Yep. And then
Freeman, I've got 2 questions to ask you. They're gonna be tough questions. Will Freddie Freeman be a Brave next year?
You can't even see the shimmer on this. It's kind of hard to see. It's got like
a foil.
That one's at a 790. I don't understand why that shimmer. And then my final the Captain's Club, Robin Yount, which they call it the Captain Inspiration because Derek Jeter grew up watching Robin Yount.
So I got 2 questions for you. Do you think Freddie Freeman is now no longer a Brave? He's a free agent. His contract came to an end after the World Series. Does he re-sign in Atlanta?
I think he tests the market. Definitely hears what everybody has to say. But if Atlanta hits him with a deal, like pre all the, all the fireworks, and once the smoke clears, if they hit him with a deal right off the bat, I think he's more apt to sign with where he just won, being that they could have the potential to run again, especially if everybody's healthy next year.
The fact that he's been with Atlanta his whole career too, I think I see him re-signing with the Braves. I do see the Yankees going after him a little hard.
I think the Yankees are most importantly because they have Rizzo at first.
He's a
That
freshman, isn't he?
well, either way, they're gonna lock Rizzo in. I know it.
The other thing with Freeman, he's a lefty.
Yeah.
He's got that short porch and right.
So is Rizzo.
Yeah, but one of them just won a World Series.
Yeah, I don't know. I still like Rizzo in the Bronx.
The Italian stallion, the Italian.
It's a fitting motto for New Yorkers. New Yorkers go after the Italian kind of macho. He kind of fits that mold. So I think Rizzo stays in New York. Oh,
The other question I had was I got this Acuna rookie here.
mhm.
Acuna getting a ring now. Do you see him being hungry after being out for so long this year and coming back on his out after the ACL tear and the Rays going another tear and making the playoffs again and making another run? Or do you
I
see
so I see them having another good year, but it's the kind of year where they're definitely in like first or second for the majority of the year, and they don't have one of those like if you told me the Braves were going to win the World Series at the All-Star break, I would have looked at you and said, fuck out of here. Like, so to encompass what I'm really trying to say, though, is if they resign everybody, I think they do make a pretty decent run next year as well.
I do think some pieces will be still there. I do think Solaire's probably going to be gone, most likely, unless they have a DH in the National League.
Well, then with contract talks, you could also talk strike.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen next year with the CBA, but hopefully we play baseball next year. That'd be a bummer.
Well, you know that an MLB strike does not affect the minor leagues, right?
I did not know that.
So if the major league players are striking, it's MLBPA, not MILBPA.
Hmm.
Phil Negro.
Yeah, they could still call guys up.
Well, if you get called up, you're essentially fired. So you don't want to get called up. You kind you kind of hope that you don't get the call if there's a strike looming. And nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's probably the same grade that my euchre would get. The corners are a little rough.
Still a cool card.
Mhm. It just, I mean, being that it's so old, like I need to know how old this card is. So if I punched in 2021 minus 1963, this card is 58 years old, almost as old as my dad. Actually, no, my dad's 62.
Yeah,
So
hopefully there's no strike next year.
so my dad was like 5 when that card came out.
We're just trying to think. We're just trying to think positive. Hopefully the CBA agreement comes through and then everybody goes right back playing ball.
Well, and I did see an article like a week or two ago that it said Manfred resounds short season minor league baseball isn't so bad. And I was like, you motherfucker. Like he killed the industry in so many little cities. And like, especially talking like Elmira, Auburn, like a lot of these little cities like Batavia, Jamestown, there
Well,
there used to be every exit you had a baseball stadium, and now you don't have that. And that just kind of hurts the economy.
Lowell, the Lowell Spinners are gone. Too. That was like my local team. I would say that was the closest minor league team to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I still have mine, but when the Bisons were playing in Jersey, because we had the Jays, they were offering $5 tickets to us if we ordered them online to go see the Bisons in Rochester. So they were offering substitutes to see our team, but it's not always the way it goes. I have just one Braves hat that I like this.
Nice patch.
I was wearing the losers patch. I was wearing the Milwaukee Braves, but with the 75 All-Star game, or no, Milwaukee Brewers 75 All-Star game, excuse me. And but I was thinking about Hank Aaron there for a second, and I got sidetracked. So yeah, I just have a couple I pulled out with some pins and stuff. So while we're talking here, I pulled out a couple that I bought pins specifically for. So first up, we have the Suerte, the baby birds with the what the duck. I'll just pick these all up. This is the red velvet from LA, which I put a "You Lose Good Day, Sir" on.
Jerry.
It's Willy Wonka, yeah. That one I thought it was a good one. And then this one is the trips are for kids, it says. And he has a bowl of mushrooms on it. Yeah, that's not really a clap at Jerry. I just thought it was a funny pin to have. So
I know you posted that hat a couple times in Mafia just to mess with him a little bit.
yeah, and he's like, when are you gonna send me that? And I'm like, I'm not.
It's my collection. It's the vault.
Yeah, I got my own vault going. In other news, I'm gonna try and build this Topps Fire set and see what happens. I like the cards; they're pretty cool.
What was it? Some sports news. Von Miller got traded to the Rams. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, it was a pretty dead trade deadline, I think.
Yeah. So the team with the most sacks in the NFL just got an all-time linebacker, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl 50 MVP to add to that lineup. That's going to be a nightmare for any quarterback facing them.
I think
a double team him, Aaron Donald, and
I mean, especially if you're shuffling them in constantly, having constant pressure. I mean, I would hate to be that lineman that's constantly facing them. Ugh. So the Chargers or Rams just got insanely deep. And something else I have to talk about is this Cold Ones tube. And I don't know if you ever had Pogs, but I certainly did. And
wasn't that big around here when I was a kid.
So basically, you got this and a couple pins. So this is the Halloween pack. It comes with a Pog of each one of their logos, which I think I dropped one. Yeah.
No, Pogs, you stack them up like chips, right? You throw a slammer at it and try to knock them down.
Yeah. And they both have their logos on them. And then these are the logos for the pins.
Mm-hmm.
I like that side patch there, the deuce. And yeah, that would go good on the Louis if I had the LA Louis. I think both of these would go extremely well because of the black and red. And there's also a little bit of like glitter in his pin. You can see like a little bit of a faint glitter.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of like, it's like almost like the top cards where you see like a glossy effect.
Yeah, there's not much to. I don't think there's any on this, but Jerry's pin has a nice like gleam to it. So very cool product. Reminds me of my childhood, and I've been slamming this a lot. So I give it a pops up.
I one of those M&M tubes when you're a kid. M&M
Yes.
tubes.
Yeah, I've been slamming this like crazy, but actually, I'm gonna put all their pins in this, I think, from now on, just so I know. Or if I don't have a hat for it, that's gonna be the home.
Yeah, hopefully New Era comes out with some cool stuff for the Braves winning the World Series. I'd love to see a patch, like an actual patch, come out. I know some leaked on eBay.
Yeah, I don't know. I was underwhelmed at the amount of stuff that normally they have. Like I know during like every Super Bowl and stuff, you see, oh, by the locker room shirt, the towel, the DVD, the toilet paper, the like it's like they're just throwing shit at you. And it's like that scene in Spaceballs where they're like, Spaceballs, the canned air. Like you can't get enough products out. And I think they're just one of those uh industries that really usually they try to push as many things out, and hopefully the pandemic isn't something that takes a hold of it and really
I
holds
know
it
the
down.
parade. I know the parade's tomorrow, and you have to buy tickets to go to the parade now because they are only allowing certain parts for like crowds to gather, and it's limited. So if
I
you were,
did, I just heard that they took down a city block or something already because they wanted to party next to the stadium.
well, no, so like, so there's only going to be like the beginning part where you can be on the sidewalk, and then the other part's gonna be at Truist Park, like whatever that area is, the Battery, and you have to buy tickets to be at the Battery, and then the tickets go on sale for second season ticket holders at 10:30, and for everybody else 1 o'clock. They're free. You don't have to pay. It's just a thing so you can get scanned in. And then whatever extra they have left for space that they're not allowed to use, they're gonna wave people in. I can imagine it's gonna be crazy because Atlanta hasn't won since '95. I wasn't a thought yet. You were just shitting in a diaper somewhere.
3.
Yeah. So yeah, crazy to think about.
I I would have been 2.5 because I turned 3 in December. So
Learn how
almost 3.
learn how to crap in a pot toilet. Huh?
So I mean, lo and behold, I still think they're gonna have some problem with like being that it's a championship parade. I know Tampa had problems with containing all the people like that wanted to party. They just didn't enter and they kind of made their own fucking party. So I expect to see headlines tomorrow of like, oh, citizens just roped off their own fucking street and did their own party because they just wanted to celebrate. Expect that, you know?
Well, no, the two biggest things in Atlanta, right, other than Braves baseball, lemon pepper wings and strip clubs.
Oh, that's where some basketball player went to a strip club and then he couldn't play in some big game
Yeah, James Harden.
because he got COVID. Harden, yeah.
Protocols. Speaking of breaking COVID protocols, Aaron Rodgers.
Do you see who they're gonna sign?
Yeah, Blake Bortles.
Fucking terrible.
I mean, they're playing the Chiefs, who haven't been doing too well this year.
Yeah,
So.
but at least like I don't know if I would still sign Blake Bortles lost the job in Jacksonville. That's
He's just a backup in case Jordan Love gets eaten alive.
I don't know. He spent the whole summer in Green Bay. Like they actually put stock in him and taught him the plays, and he could have gone anywhere. And some team could have signed him and cut him, and nobody even did that. Like they could have been like, "Yo, Cam Newton, get over here," and they signed fucking Blake Bortles. That's what I'm saying. Like even if he was just as an emergency caliber guy,
It's just 2 weeks, hopefully. He'll be gone. Rodgers will be back healthy.
but like if they knew that, let's just hypothetically speaking, if they knew that at that time, why weren't they on the phone with the Bills trying to get Trubisky?
They don't want to give up a draft pick for 2 weeks.
Or Jake Fromm, who I thought was
He's on the practice squad, so they could just sign him if they wanted
yeah, exactly. I thought Jake Fromm was pretty good.
Blake Bortles was also in Green Bay system last year, I believe, so he knows the playbook already.
I just think there were better options. If you need to win games in these scenarios, I really like Jake Fromm in that.
Luckily, the Packers are in the NFC North, and there's no one else really good in that division. I would say Minnesota, but Minnesota still has 3 losses.
Well, we were talking with Hatter the other day, and he came out as a Broncos fan, which I found to be mildly hilarious. He's like, yes, I like the Bears, but I also like the Broncos. And I was like, you couldn't have said that at a worse time. So shout out to Hatter.
How's Von Miller doing?
Yeah.
I don't know why they traded Von Miller, right?
What did they get?
Have you heard? No, like a 6th rounder and like a 4th. But he's in a contract year at the end of his contract.
I mean, still though, like when you get a player that's like, I don't care if he's 32 or 3, he's still an incredible edge rusher.
No, but here's where I'm going to say something. There was a Halloween party that he throws every year, and he asked the rookies on the Broncos to front him $7,000, and they said no. So then he didn't get to have his big Halloween party, and the vets in the locker room were pissed. I think they didn't want to schism in the locker room, so they traded him. That's what they're saying now after the negative reaction from fans.
It's fucked up. Let's start a GoFundMe. Give Von Miller his Halloween party.
Apparently, he throws like a Halloween party that's like 100K to 120K, like party for all the players.
Well, I think some pearls are next on my list.
Jock Peter. It's gonna be interesting whether the Braves keep Jock Peterson or not, because he has an option to opt out and he can be a free agent and get paid more money.
They say that I was reading on Atlanta Times or whatever their city newspaper is. You could buy the pearls at the stadium for $5, like a plastic rendition. So I'm curious if anybody picked any of those up, if they want to hook us up, or I think it'd be funny to some Jock pearls.
That should definitely be a top 70 card next year. Him and the pearls, or whatever they're gonna call it. They don't call it Project. I think they don't. The year before they didn't call it Project 70. They called it something else.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just got into it this year, so that's kind of why.
I just like them because they're sealed and they're short printed. They're only printed once.
Yeah. So I mean, they're all basically made to order. So I mean, you can't get any better than that.
Yeah. We'll wrap this up and we're gonna.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Peace, love, and caps.